Okay, I think. Just about ready to go. Okay. Ready to go. All right. Hello. Welcome back. More Link to the Past speedruns. Well, I think we're more or less just ready to go, so let's go. No sense dragging it out. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, kind of worked out. Got a little bit too aggressive there. Okay. Swings are too slow. A little messy here. Not very good. Slow. Slow, slow, slow. Fuck. Anything hits me, it's over. That was absolutely going to hit me. Yeah, this is shit time. That's a little bit early on that button too. It's more like 4 seconds. We'll just keep going though. Hello. Hope you're having a good one. Was it Dean Carmen Jr.? Well, appreciate it. Hopefully I'll do it justice. I know so many games it's kind of hard to say whether this is my favorite game, but this is absolutely my favorite Zelda game. Thanks for the follow. This is definitely my favorite Zelda game, though. I know a lot of people like Ocarina of Time, but I do too. It's a really good game. I just think this one's just... I feel like it's held up better over the years in terms of how it looks, gameplay, everything. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion on it as well, is like, as much as people like Ocarina of Time, like, the gameplay loop and everything is mostly kind of based around how this game was. That was a mistake. Why did I do that backwards? Oh, come on. This is a mess. This is a mess. Oh boy. Oh, we've screwed it. I'm just gonna have to restart that. This will be like 20 seconds behind. That's unacceptable. Alright, let's give it another go. 3, 2, 1. Oh well, let's just call that a warm-up. Oh, thank you, sir. Did a lot for him to get better. Been speedrunning this now for about 2 months. And have gotten it down from just under 4 hours to now under 2. Yep, speed running it. I do 100% runs on this, glitchless. Like, what I do is a little bit different than what's considered the standard 100% run. Because, well, one is glitchless, like, the standard 100% run is no major glitches, so they did use a few glitches here and there. And part of the reason I do that is this version of the game that I'm playing is the updated version from the original Japanese release. The original Japanese release has all the bugs, and then this one doesn't have most of them. So if I can't use all the ones that are used in the normal speedrun, I figured I might as well not use any. So this is a glitchless 100% speedrun. Just a note on the 100% thing, like, I'm using the 100% definition used by speedrun.com, which means you just have to have your inventory full at the end. So all hearts and all the highest level items. So there's 2 things I don't get. I don't get the magic shield, like the red shield, and then I don't get all the bomb and arrow ups. But other than that, I pick up everything. Oh no, don't worry about it. There's just a delay on the stream. Can't really be helped too much. It's more like 318. That's okay. It's doing a little better yesterday, but that's fine. Just gotta get up to speed. I'll be honest with you, like, the rules for speedrunning, not just for this game, but for speedrunning in general, are kind of a mess. Because, especially when it comes to things like glitches and 100%, like in a lot of cases, people have differing opinions about what that means. Like with this game, for instance, bomb jumps, you know, where you use like a bomb and you blow yourself up and it'll blow you over holes. Whether or not that's a glitch or not will probably depend on who you ask. It's considered okay for the no major glitches category, but then the glitchless category actually says you can't use them. My personal opinion is it depends on the bomb jump, because some of the bombs just blow you across holes, and I think that's perfectly fine because the bombs specifically blow you into the air, and if they didn't want you to be able to get over holes that way, they would have made it where that didn't happen. But there is a bomb jump in the standard speedrun for this game where you blow yourself over a barrier, and you're not supposed to be able to do that. So like that one I would personally consider a glitch. But the 100% thing too, like there's some people that feel like if you don't get every single item, it's not 100%. There's some people that think, well, as long as you get all the items you're supposed to have at the end, it's 100%. I'm kind of agnostic as to that. Don't worry about that. There's a mountain. And a lot of them, just from the name, you wouldn't know what they are. So, don't sweat it too much. And then once you get into the glitches, then there's the ones that they consider major glitches and not major glitches, which is two separate categories. Like the easiest way to think about it is major glitches are ones that like let you go out of bounds and skip entire, you know, sections of the game and things like that. Whereas non-major glitches are things that are considered like making a block disappear. Or one thing I'll say about this is, the way I run this game, you don't really have to know any glitches to be able to do it. Like, pretty much anyone could just watch what I'm doing and then try to do the same thing. But like I won't call them major glitches just because that's a little bit confusing. But the glitches on this game that are the important ones, that are typically used in like an any percent run or a 100% run, are, one is called fake flippers, and what it does is it allows you to swim even though you haven't gotten the flippers yet. One is called spin dashing, and what it does is it allows you to use the way that stairs work and then the spin attack to basically run at the same speed as a Pegasus boots dash, but you can control it. Another one is called the hammer dash, and what that does is it allows you to mix a Pegasus dash with a hammer swing so that you can like dash through the pegs. And then beyond that, like there's the bomb jumps, and then there's one more that's called spooky that's a little bit difficult to explain, but it basically lets you fire the fire rod at things that will let you hit the orbs, you know, the orbs that control the blue and red pegs. Like you can fire the fire rod at like enemies or things like that, and it'll allow you to act like you've hit the blue orb even though you haven't. Like that one's really kind of complicated. Like I can't do it on this version of the game, and like honestly I don't have like the way it works in my head, but those are the main glitches that you'll see used on a standard speedrun. There might be something I'm forgetting in there, but more or less that. Oh yeah, there's... Like, if you're really good, there's a way to, make it so that you can teleport the super bomb to you. So you can, like, leave the super bomb behind, and then right before it blows up, you hit the mirror. And then when you switch to the light world, the bomb will be where you are, instead of being left behind and blown up. That's probably covers everything for a standard speedrun. Yeah, and the thing is, like, most people wouldn't know those glitches unless they're doing speedruns. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm not doing any of those things anyway, so... But yeah, there's a decent amount of glitches in this game. That was not good arrow shooting on my part. Come on, man, give me an arrow drop. Okay, let's get this right this time. Okay, that was okay. Late on the button there. 5 seconds behind, I'll take it. Not ideal, but whatever. Not much luck with the arrow drops on those Cyclopses today. One of the nice things about 100% runs is you get to see everything in this game, more or less. The one drawback about 100% runs in this game is, you probably remember this, the 2 games that you have to do to get heart pieces, the treasure box game and the digging game. Like those 2 games, the RNG involved there is pretty heavy. So quite often, your run's going to die there. That wouldn't be a big deal, except for the fact that it takes about 45 minutes to get there. Yeah, the fastest... If you go to speedrun.com, there's a guy named Zelda, X-E-L-N-A, and he has a 100% run where he gets all of the bomb ups and everything like that, and he did it in 2 hours. A little bit over 2 hours, I believe. That is also the guy who has 100% for the, or has the world record for the standard 100% run at 1 hour, 40 minutes, and 59 seconds. I'm not sure if he's currently running the game. He's been doing runs recently because he updated his any percent time a week or two ago. So he moved up to second place in that. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't mind at some point doing a run with getting all of the bombs up and all of the arrows up, but getting the rupees for it is not an easy task, unfortunately. It takes 1,400 rupees, I think, just for that alone, and then it's 710 rupees to get through the game. Because you need 500 for the flippers, 110 to get to the Dark Palace, and then another 100 for the Super Bomb. And then add on to that the 1,400 for the bomb and arrows up. I believe it's 1,400. And so you need 2,100 rupees. And getting 2,100 rupees is not exactly the easiest thing in the world. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh. What? I messed that up pretty bad. Oh boy. We are in trouble already. Yep, 2 hours. It's rather impressive to watch. I don't know if I don't know if the video is available for that specific run, but you can find his most recent world record 100% run on YouTube. Oops. Oh my. This is not good. Right now, my best on a glitchless 100% run is 1 hour and 58 minutes and 46 seconds. Which is pretty good. Oh, man. Okay. Yep. Oh, boy. This is bad. This is bad for a lot of reasons now. Yeah, when I started doing this, that was my goal, was all the hearts and all the items in under 2 hours. And I got that PB about 2 weeks ago. I was pretty happy with that. But right now, my goal is I want to try to get this down to about 1 hour and 55 minutes. And I still got to get a lot better before I can do that. Oh. Okay, yeah. That's a mercy killing anyway. It's not a terrific run. Too many mistakes. I should be there with full hearts, not with one. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not really too familiar with most of the top runners on this game. I just know Zelda just because he's got videos up on YouTube. Somebody's got a TAS, tool-assisted speedrun. So in other words, they're using like an emulator and then the inputs are done by the computer. If you're not familiar with what a TAS is. And the TAS that they have on YouTube, it was done a number of years ago, but it's a little bit over 2 hours. And that's getting everything. Like all the bombs, all the bomb ups, all the items. And then no hits. Like no damage taken. And that'll kind of give you an idea of like how you can get through the game a lot faster. Everybody's got to start somewhere. Long, long ago when I was a child and this game came out on the Super Nintendo, I actually used to do speed runs by myself back then. Like back then, even back then I thought that you could probably beat this game in under 2 hours. I think the fastest I ever did it back then though was probably about 2.5. Because honestly, I didn't know a lot of the tricks that I use now. I just remember playing this as a kid. It took a while to finally find all of the heart pieces. The one that was in Turtle Rock, where you have to warp from within the dungeon, that one took the longest. I was really proud when I finally found that one. A lot harder to find stuff like that back then when you didn't have the internet to look at. You had to either ask people or buy a strategy guide. And I didn't have a strategy guide for this game, so... Yep. Like, the nice thing about this speedrun is that that kind of room, the one with the flying plates, you only have to deal with one. Only one. It's the one in the Tower of Hera. That's the only one that you can't avoid. Every other one you don't actually have to do. And the only real drawback against the 100% speedrun is those RNG games for the heart pieces. You're really just kind of at the mercy of the game on those. Just gotta hope it gives you good luck. Beyond that, like the major RNG gates in this game are those two things, the Ganon fight, and, well, the final Ganon fight too, because sometimes he can teleport around a lot and waste your time. And then the rocks on Death Mountain. The rocks on Death Mountain can be a problem. Well, assuming I can get there on this run, which, God, I hope so. Should be able to. Or, oops, crap, hit the button. Whatever. This kills that. You'll get to see a neat little trick for dealing with the room in the Tower of Hera. Works even better than standing in the doorway. But yep, I used to do that one as a kid too. It's like stand in the doorway and then you don't have to worry about it. And if I just didn't feel like standing around doing nothing, I'd go out there and just swing my sword at him. Yeah, like, where he is going to go exactly is unpredictable, but the nice thing is that he only goes to set positions on the floor. So as long as you have an idea of the places where he can possibly go, it's not too bad. And then the other thing too is to like watch the direction he's going when he teleports, when he starts to teleport, and that'll tell you where he's going to go. One of the other important things for that Ganon fight with the speed run if you're using silver arrows, and I say if you're using silver arrows because it's actually possible to kill him with the sword. If you use silver arrows, is that you can actually hit him 2 or 3 times with the silver arrows on one sword swing. You just gotta space it out properly. That'll make a lot of difference in the time. Yeah, it's like you gotta watch the beginning of his teleport. You know, after he does his move or spits the fire bat or whatever. And like if you watch the angle that he moves in, that'll tell you where he's headed. Because it's always going to be on the outer edge, and it's going to be on the opposite side of the room. So... This is one of those things, like, if you do the fight a whole lot, you'll start to see the patterns. That's better. Good enough. Be about dead even. It's okay. I'll take it. Oh, that's unlucky. I gotta imagine playing on the smartphone was probably pretty difficult. Were you using a controller or some kind of other form of controls? What I'm using here, this is a, this is the Japanese version of the Super Nintendo Classic, so like the, you know, the mini console that they released about 6 or 7 years ago. Maybe it's been like 8 or 9, actually, I forget, it's been a while. May have been like 2017 or so. Yeah, I'm using the Japanese version of that. So it's not original hardware, but it is official hardware. Yeah, that's probably a pretty difficult way to play, I'd imagine, compared to using a controller. You did well to clear it. I've never really liked using like on-screen D-pads and things like that. Just like the loss of tactile feel kind of bugs me. That's why I liked the original iPods more than like the iPod Touchs and the smartphones with the touch screens. I liked being able to know what I was touching without having to look. That's all that matters. You enjoyed it. Let's try to do a little bit better than last time. This dungeon was a mess last time. What am I doing? Oh, Lord. Come on, man. What are you doing today? I'm gonna lock in here. Yep. It's nice that you can do that. Like I used that too when I went to New Zealand a couple years back, and wanted to be able to play games to kill time, so... And then since you can connect your smartphone to your PlayStation 5 back, you know, over the internet, that's what I did, is I just used remote play and took my controller with me. Playing the Ninja Turtle arcade game remakes. I was surprised by how well it worked, honestly. I thought the lag would be so bad I wouldn't be able to play it, but it was actually pretty good. Wouldn't want to play an FPS that way, though. Is Destiny Rising like Bungie Destiny, or is that something else? Not familiar with that game. Have a good land molus fight today. Like a good land molus fight. Ah, not a good start. Oh, come on. Not a good land molus fight. Am I going to be under 19? Barely. Okay. Okay, but it is that franchise, though. Okay. Kind of feel bad for the Destiny 2 players. I haven't played Destiny myself personally, but it's kind of odd how they treated that game the last few years. You have my condolences. You deserve better. I mean, to be blunt, like that, the possibility of stuff like that happening is a lot of the reason I don't play online games like that. Like, I played Counter-Strike, the original Counter-Strike, like version 1.3, when I was in college a lot. And I stopped because... not because I didn't enjoy it, but because, like, I just realized what a time sink it was. I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it. I mean, it's fun, but... that experience kind of made me rethink how I look at like these long-term online games, like World of Warcraft and things like that. Just knowing that one day you might not be able to play it just because they just decide they're going to shut it off. It's kind of a... Like, for me, I just can't... I can't commit to that, personally. I mean, for the people that do it, like, I know they enjoy it a lot. So, I mean, for them... I don't really consider that an issue. Like, if you understand the situation and you're okay with that, that's perfectly fine. The thing is with Destiny 2, though, like, I could understand if, like, the player base was smaller, but for a player base that big, for them to do what they did to it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I just can't wrap my head around why they thought abandoning a game with that big of a player base was a good idea. It just doesn't make any sense, and then the fact that they're not even working on a sequel for it either. I don't understand what they're doing, but I don't know, Sony's kind of been lost as to what they're doing with their franchises for about a decade now. It's getting close to time to say it was a mistake to move corporate leadership for the PlayStation to California. Because it doesn't seem like much has gone right since they did that. Because a lot of the mistakes they seem to be making are very similar to mistakes other companies in the US are making. With where they're focusing their money-making efforts. Like, there seems to be just very little concern for actually making games that anyone wants to play anymore. Which is just bizarre. I mean, I understand what they're doing. They think that what they're doing is the way to make the most money while spending the least money. But games aren't a refrigerator. You know, like, people buy these because they enjoy them. If you don't put that first, nobody's under any obligation to buy any of these games. People will find other things to do. And it should be extremely telling that a lot of people have just moved to retro gaming. Why is that? It's because the games they made years ago were made with the idea of giving the player a fun experience instead of trying to figure out how to extract the most money out of them in the smallest amount of time. Yeah, I mean, I hope for your and other Destiny players' sake that something can come of that, but I don't know, like... I mean, one of the tough things that has to be acknowledged with regards to Bungie and Destiny is that the people that were there when that game was originally developed are probably, by and large, long gone at this point. And... while I would like those players to be able to get the game that they want, I'm not sure that Bungie can deliver it to them anymore. Who knows? I mean, if nothing else, though, I think the players deserve effort being put into making a Destiny 3, and Bungie at least deserves a shot to make it. I mean, I'm not going to say Marathon was a mistake, but they have not handled it very well, to say the least. I mean, just from watching some other people play, I mean, because like extraction shooter, like shooters in general, and especially extraction shooters, are not like my kind of game. So like I'm just like, that's not a game that I was ever going to be interested in. But just from looking at it and watching other people play it, I mean, it seems to play well enough, but it's kind of, it's missing the hook that you would need to be able to turn that into something that's going to be mass market. And that they've decided to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Both feet first into that, rather than, you know, keeping alive a franchise that has been vastly more successful. It's just baffling. I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, like, I can understand. Well, I don't even want to think about what is going to happen whenever World of Warcraft eventually shuts down. I mean, because that's coming sooner or later. May not be too soon, but it's going to be eventually. Yeah, I mean, like again, you and all the other Destiny 2 players have my condolences. You deserve better. To be honest, like there was only one game that was like, you know, like a live service style game that I ever put any amount of time into, and that was Puzzles and Dragons. I played that game for almost 10 years. Never spent any money on it though. Never spent 1 cent on it. But I played that for almost 10 years, and then by the time I got to around like year 9, I was logging in all the time and playing it, but I wasn't really sure why anymore. It's just almost out of habit. And so like I eventually just kind of stopped. That was silly. Yeah, like it's gotta suck. Just, I mean, there's not really words to put it into for the people that have been playing that game for forever. I just... Like, none of how they handled it really makes any sense. Like, I'm not sure why they decided to step away from it. I'm not sure why... When it still has this many players, they're deciding to leave it. And I'm not sure why they're not making a sequel. Like, none of it makes any sense to me, honestly. I don't know, I just hope they leave the game up in some kind of playable state for the foreseeable future. I mean, if the Stop Killing Games initiative goes through, best case scenario, maybe it can get put out to the public and fan servers can get made. That's 2 blue balls. How many are you going to give me? 3? 4? 5? Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, man. Ah, it's going to be 3 again. Yeah, like they're not going to be doing any more updates or anything for it. I mean, like, I understand all the financial decisions underlying it and everything like that, but still, it just kind of feels like a really crappy way to treat the player base. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like saving 10 cents today to lose $1 tomorrow. Like, I don't get it. Okay, 3 seconds behind. Not ideal, but it's workable. Yeah, like, again, I don't get it. Like, it really doesn't make any sense. I mean, I could understand if they said they were just going to defocus it for a little while to try to get Marathon, you know, properly up and running, but just to, like, completely abandon it just doesn't make any sense. Well, like I said, man, I hope all the noise people are making about it leads to something for you guys. Like it's really silly that it got to this. I mean, it's kind of a bleak assessment, but this kind of decision making kind of reminds me of like the bad decisions you'll see someone who's not good with money make when they're in trouble. Where you do something entirely short term because you're in so much trouble that you can't even think about the long term. And, like, that's what has me most kind of concerned about, like, decision-making of this sort. Come on, man, stop shooting fireballs. A little ugly, but got the job done. Thank you for being a bro, Helmsor. To be fair with this fight, he just gave me pretty much the best pattern he can ever give you. That made that look a lot easier than it does normally. That fight can be a nightmare if all he does is shoot fireballs. Like, him moving up and down is good because it makes it easier to hit him with the hammer, and then the fact that he kept moving up and down after he lost his helmet too. Like the left to right movement you don't want. And you don't want fireballs. Those are the two things. So he was really nice to me there. Oh, of course that's a gold split. How could that not be a gold split? Jeez. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, man. That sucks. That's a little unfortunate. Just kind of got unlucky there. Let's see if I can get this to work. Oops. Got it. Yay. Oh, I wasted a bomb. That's not good. That bomb throw is a recent trick I picked up from watching the world record speed run. I enjoy it. And then if you put the flute on top of the warp, then as soon as you pick up the flute, you warp, and you don't have to sit there and wait for the animals to run away. Saves you about 10 seconds or so. And now we come to the part of the game where I just have to hope that it's going to be nice. I wish I'd gotten here with a better run, but gotta take what you can get. Time to dig some holes. Yes! Thank you. Okay. We've got something. So, just to explain about that game, so you have to dig holes, obviously, and the heart piece is one of the possible prizes. Now, to get the heart piece, first you have to dig 24 holes. After the 24th hole is dug, from the 25th dig onward, you have a 1 in 32 chance for the heart piece to appear. And that is how that game works. So you just have to dig as many holes as you possibly can, as fast as you can, and just hope it shows up. That's cool. I really enjoy that people still play this game for the first time today and really enjoy it. I mean, it just demonstrates how good of a game this is. And to think that this was one of the first games that came out on the Super Nintendo, too. Yep. Like, I just got pretty lucky there. It's not best luck, but it's good enough where I can't complain. Best luck is you get it on the 25th dig, and then you can run out of there before the end of the digging game dialogue shows up, so you can save even more time. Fortunately for me, it showed up a little late, but better late than never. I've had to do that game 9 times or more to get the heart to show up in the past. Which obviously on a speed run is death. Unfortunately. It's somewhere between 45 seconds to a minute for each play, so... Quite frankly, any number over 1 is a high number. Like 2 is kinda tolerable, 3 is if you're a top-level speedrunner. Not that I am, but if you're a top-level speedrunner, 3 is a death sentence. That's sloppy. That's real sloppy. Yeah, that moth fight's, that's one of the worst fights on the speedrun, if not the worst boss fight. Because I don't know if you know this or not, but with that fight, if you have the tempered sword, the level 3 sword, it only takes 4 hits to kill the moth. However, the spikes in the room, if when you hit the moth also hits the spikes, the damage doesn't count. So, depending on where the moth is and where the spikes are, that fight can be really easy or it can be a nightmare. Because you've got the floor moving around randomly, and then, like, you're taking a bunch of damage. Like, that can be a really hard fight if you're unlucky. Nope, not going to be on the first one. Not going to be on the second one. Oh, please don't tell me this is what's going to do me in. That would suck. There we go. Okay, 3's not too bad. That's like 20 seconds to 25 seconds. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is workable. Ah. I know how you feel. That's how I used to feel when I first started watching speedruns for this game. about that last treasure chest. If you don't have the boomerang at all, you get the magic boomerang. If you have the blue boomerang, or already have the magic boomerang, that is 300 rupees. So in the 100% speedrun, you skip the blue boomerang entirely, and wait to pick up the magic boomerang there. That's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Oh, come on, what am I doing? That's not good. Please don't die. Oh my god. Shit. Sucks. That sucks. Unfortunately, got in too much of a hurry there, and I was hitting the sword swing button before the direction input. And so when I wanted to turn, he was already swinging his sword and wouldn't turn, so I kept swinging in the wrong direction. And so then I'd see him swinging in the wrong direction, and then I'd press the button before he's done swinging, which means that he wouldn't move, and then I'd press the swing button again, and then I'd swing again in this wrong direction. And that's what happened. That's how it goes. Well, I don't feel too bad. Like, that's unfortunately been a regular occurrence recently, is I'll get a run that's got a chance and then I'll do something stupid like that. I shouldn't have died there. That's really not that hard of a fight. But I kept messing up the swings and that led me to panic and then I threw it away. So, whoops. Let's go. That is just a lack of experience, honestly. And it's part of the reason, like, I don't like to talk about myself as this I'm that good at this game, because the guys that speedrun this that have the best times have been doing this for years upon years. Like, some of them have been doing it for over 10 years. I've been doing this for about 2 months. Like, the difference in experience there is just... And all of that experience counts. It really does make a difference. Not anymore. When I was doing this at the start, I used to put fairies in bottles for this specific reason. But the thing is, like, once you get to the point where you're fighting over seconds, getting fairies takes seconds, and then even though they revive you, that's like 10 seconds. So, like, you really can't afford to give away that time. So you just kind of, like, once you hit a certain point, which is kind of where I'm at right now, you just gotta get good enough to get through the game without dying. And if you want to get really, really good at the game, you have to be able to get through the game with pretty much out taking any damage. Because beating the boss is one thing, but beating the boss with one heart left and beating the boss with all of your hearts left makes a difference on the end screen. Because, as you're aware, on the end screen, it fills your hearts back up. And the less health you have, the longer that takes. So you have to try to beat the bosses while taking as little damage as possible. And let's say over the 10 bosses or maybe 11 bosses in the game where you have the sequence where it fills up your heart, if you're averaging, let's see, missing 4 hearts per boss battle versus 0, that's probably going to cost you somewhere around 30 seconds over the entire run, which is a lot. So you have to get as good as you can at beating the bosses without taking damage. Right, this is the one section of the game where it's actually okay to take damage, because at the end, when you grab that big heart piece in the church, that will heal you up without stopping you. It's the only instance in the game where that happens. Man, that was slow. That was really slow. Like, the run I was doing a month and a half ago versus the run I do right now looks very different. Mainly because when I was doing it earlier, I prioritized not dying. Because using a fairy versus dying, like, the time difference is astronomical. So if you're not sure that you can get through it without dying, it makes sense to get the fairies. I can beat this game without dying. But I have to play better than I did on that last one. Which I'm entirely capable of. I just didn't do a good job of it there. Like, to be honest, I need to practice that fight more. like I've been having issues with that fight because the start has been bad. You're supposed to be able to knock off the first head without him moving, and lately I haven't been able to do that without taking damage. And you're not supposed to take damage doing it either, and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong that's causing that to happen, and I need to go back and I need to go practice the fight and figure out what's going on. Oh, that sucks. That was pretty unfortunate. Yeah, I like that this game has a lot of RNG, and then I don't like it. I like it because it keeps the speedrun from being monotonous, but man, when the RNG sucks, it really sucks. If you keep playing it, you'll get there. Never discount how much of a difference experience makes with something like this. Like, no matter how hard you think it is, if you just stick with it, strive to make improvements, you will get there. I can't guarantee that anyone can get to the very top level of play, because once you get there, you're talking about things like reaction speed and other things like that, well, quite frankly, sometimes you're either born with or you're not. But what you're watching me do here, I would say most people, if they were willing to put the time in to practice it, they could do. Knowledge and experience. Oh, that was dumb. Why did I run into him? What did I think was going to happen? I have no idea. It's 43, that's, whatever. Make it work. If I have a better desert palace, I'll still be better off than the last run was. But getting a 1 on the shovel game. Can't guarantee that. I tell you, man, just keep it up. You'll get there. Every single game was made to be beaten. Well, I take that back. Every single game with an ending was made to be beaten. Some of those old arcade games in the past were just endless. Can't say those were made to be beaten. Why didn't I throw the jar? Throw the jar. Just throw it. Thank you. Give me something good. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you, that's big. Nice drop arrows too. Thank you. Alright. Let's make up for the bad start. That'll do. That was a cold split? Wow. Okay. I'll take it. I didn't think it was that good. These jars are gonna have to have a word. Jar's been giving me trouble lately. Pick up the jar. Throw the jar. That's it. Pick it up. Throw it. Pick it up. Throw it. Why has that got to be a problem? Oh, that's not good. Run. Need to figure out the proper line there. Not that I don't know it, but need to practice the proper line there, I guess is the better phrasing. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Oh. Oh, come on. That's gonna hit. Running into the wall is my fault, but I can't believe that's a hit there. Come on. Oh, was going to hit that cactus there. I really thought I was going to hit that cactus. Oh. Just that little hesitation makes all the difference there. Not the end of the world. Not good though. It's more wasted time. That's better. Way better than last time anyway. Last time was a mess. Why does he have to go up there? At least he didn't go to the up there. That's a much worse outcome. Nice. That sucks. Not good. We're okay though. 3.5 should be enough. Uh-oh. This is not good. Ah! Oh, come on! Not good. Very bad. Really sloppy lines there. Oh. That sucks. Really can't afford to be throwing away any time right now. Oh, come on. Bonk bad. No bonk, please. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. All right, am I getting a rock? Am I getting a rock to the face? Yes, I am. I'm getting two. That's so... That was lucky. Surprised that last rock didn't just come and get me. And that is the magic of Death Mountain. All right. Oh, come on. Oh, that's bad. That was unlucky. Whew. Take a little bit of a break here. Let's wait for these blocks to go. You use this invincibility trick a few times in the run. It's bad. Yep, that's pretty useful. When the orb switches you are on top of one of the blocks, you will be invincible until you move off of it. It's probably a decision they made just so that because of bombs and arrows and sword beams and things like that, because there could be a time delay in between when you fire it and you moving, They probably just did that so that, you know, the block going up wouldn't cause you to accidentally die. Which I think is fair. Because, you know, the block goes up and you get stuck and then something hits you and you die. You'd be pretty upset about that if that happened. Oh, man. Come on. Sure. This guy. It's like 4 seconds I lost because of that. Yeah, I mean, they decided to just making you temporary invisible, or invincible, was a fair compromise there, and I think that's a decent decision, personally. But it allows it to be abused. Since it's intended behavior, not a glitch. Going all right. A lot of gold splits today. Unfortunately, I pooped the bed in the Thieves' Town. Let blind kill me. That run had chance otherwise. Not going to say it would have PB'd, but it had a chance. A fighting chance. As long as I had a good turtle rock, that one had a chance. But unfortunately, I died before even had the opportunity. Totally my fault on that fight too. Like I missed a swing, and then that led to another missed swing, and things kind of snowballed. I mean, because I'm so low health, or I was so low health, I mean, You got projectiles flying all over the place and the two heads flying around. Like, you... As soon as you miss an input, like, oh my lord. This is bad. As soon as you miss an input, like, it really puts you in a spot. And that's kind of what happened. Oh man. What a string of disasters that was. It's like 5-6 seconds for no good reason. Oh, come on. That's some lousy luck there. Yeah, how did you get there? That's not looking good for this run right now. I like that maze room. That was just kind of really just garbage RNG. Like that first soldier aggroing was extremely unusual, and then him aggroing probably led to that second soldier being out of place like that, because he had more time to move than he normally would have. Just a string of mistakes, one upon another. That was just a kind of an unlucky room. What are you gonna do? Things. Now, hopefully I will continue to amaze you up until the final fight. Right now I need some good RNG though. This fight is pretty much 100% RNG. Because all you have to do is just stand next to him and do a spin attack. So all you're doing is you're depending on him to shoot the fireballs that you can reflect. It's a 50-50 chance. It's a 5 attack cycle. The first attack is guaranteed to be a reflectable magic shot. The next 3 are 50-50 reflectable or blue balls. And then the 5th attack is lightning bolt. It takes 6 hits to kill him. Ideally, you get 0 blue balls and 1 lightning bolt. That is the absolute best pattern. Right now I'm at 5 hits with 0 blue balls. We just got the god RNG there. That was the best possible RNG. I wish it had been on a better run. It's the second time I've gotten that in like 2 or 3 days too, which means I'm probably not going to see it again for a while. No. I appreciate the compliments. Hopefully this run will be worthy of them. Nothing else, we're in a decent position right now. Oh my god, I got the god RNG and lost time. I got the god RNG and lost time. Shameful display. Hey, he saw me fight him before. That one was a 3. My blue ball record for that fight is 11. Imagine losing 9 coin flips in a row. And then 2 more. I had like 3 or 4 gold splits today. I've actually been running pretty well. Except for the land mollusk fight. In that last Aghanim's Tower. That was pretty bad. And I guess the blind fight too, since I died. Can't really say I did well there. The dungeon itself wasn't that bad though. Oh. I never bonk there. What? What the hell just happened there? At the moment, no. That will change at some point in the future. Right now, I just kind of want to get this game to a point where I'm happy with it. And I don't feel like I have played it enough to say that I am going to step away from it, or I haven't produced a record that I'm happy stepping away from it for a small period of time. But there are other games that I would like to run. A part of me wants to... Like, there are games I would like to run, but I have to look at what the speedrun is first. Because... sometimes the speedrun is... I don't know if... there's really no other word than, like, cancer. Like, sometimes it's just the tricks you have to use and all the silly little things you have to do to make the speedrun work. It's just not fun. But games that I would like to run, off the top of my head, honestly, the original Legend of Zelda. I would like to do that. Final Fantasy IV. Ogre Battle. And it's not a game, but if you ever played Lufia 2 for the Super Nintendo, the Ancient Cave for Lufia 2. Just off the top of my head, things I would like to speedrun. That's mostly old stuff. Like with newer stuff, I'd have to really think about it. Because like a lot of the newer games, like when 3D games, speedruns for them tend to be pretty heavily glitch fests, and I don't find that appealing, personally. But that's not always the case, so there might be some modern games that I'm willing to run, but... I figure I should get really good at one speedrun first before I start branching out. It's really the honest opinion. Yeah, like the original... Well, what's difficult about the speedrun for the original Zelda game is there are a lot of glitches that you have to master for that, and they're mostly like frame-perfect glitches, which means that the window for getting the inputs right is pretty tight. And I'm not sure that I've got the reflexes left to do that anymore. At least not consistently. Like, I probably could, but it would take a lot of practice. mess. That was lucky. And bailed me out there. The Zelda 2 speedrun is something to behold. That is a major glitch fest. I imagine there are glitchless speedruns of it, but oh, this is a bad pattern. We're in trouble. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm gonna be a little bit behind. I mean, I can't complain about this fight mainly because the last time I did this, he gave me pretty much the perfect RNG. I'm gonna be about 10 seconds behind. Like, I lost a lot of time here, unfortunately. The dungeon wasn't that bad, but that fight was not in my favor. I got a little bit unlucky in the dark maze too, like I had to kill a bunch of those lizards. That kind of slows you down. Oh man, I can't believe I lost time on 2 segments in a row here. Like this is where I'm supposed to be picking up time and I'm losing time. Like that's bad. It's 15 seconds. For reference, I picked up 6 seconds last time. It's a 20-second swing. Oh, come on. The thing is, as long as the RNG works out, this can still PB because the Turtle Rock on the PB was so bad. And still got those 45 seconds just sitting there, so... Right, at least I nailed that. I finally got the positioning and the markers down for it now, so it's just a matter of me throwing the bomb at the right time. That's all. Like, I understand where I'm supposed to place the bomb and pick it up. All I have to do after that is just throw the bomb. So... I should get that right most of the time now. I'm learning. Alright, thoroughly mediocre time, but let's see what happens. It's either 1 or 2 or bust. There it is. Okay. Alright, you know, I would have appreciated this yesterday, game. But have you given me a 1 on 2 mediocre runs in a row? Oh, boy. I mean, like, honestly, mediocre is being too kind to this run. This is a bad run. But it's got a chance, so we got to play it out now. I don't know what dig that was, but it was in the 20s, I believe. Pretty lucky. I'll take it. Just wish I'd gotten a few more rupees out of that dig. Got a ton of rupees out of the dig on the previous one. Oh, I ran too far. Whatever. Too late now. Treasure box game was a 3 last time. Oh, that was close. Oh, come on. Can't believe I whiffed there. Hope you like arrows. 2. Hey, all right. It's an improvement. So loss of 12 seconds versus the PB, but hey, I'll take it. Oh, come on. Stupid pig. All right, so we're about 20 seconds behind. Approximately. Why didn't you dash? That's not the worst thing to get. I would have actually liked a bomb, but I'll take arrows. It's better than nothing. It does help. You can absolutely run out of arrows. Bombs probably have a little bit tighter margin for error, but the bombs are also less likely to mess up too. It's kind of a tough call. Rupees don't really help that much. Unless you get a ton of them. Ah, come on. There we go. Oh, that's not good. I have to pick up a fairy now. I can't believe you came up here. Jerkwad. That was unlucky. God. I hit left. Why did he go up? Oh, come on. I really gotta practice this fight. That's a disaster. I figure out what's going on with that fight. This is awful. Alright, I'm gonna be roughly 20 seconds behind. My problem with that fight is I almost never swing in the direction I want to. Almost never am I swinging in the direction I want. Like, that's what really kills me in that fight. Like, I've got to figure something out about that. Oh, okay, I lost 20 seconds. That's about right. Considering how that boss fight went, yeah, that's about right. Because I actually had a pretty good boss fight there on the PB. Oh, but we're still in range. I need to pick up time on the next dungeon. I really need to pick up time on Skullwoods. I cannot afford to lose time there. That will be a killer. Because if I lose time there, like, it's going to be hard to pick up time anywhere else other than Turtle Rock. I mean, it's possible. Well, there's actually still time to pick up, but I don't want to have to rely on it because I'm relying on a lot of RNG at that point. I would prefer not to be in that situation. A little bit conservative on that placement there. Whatever. I don't want to mess it up. Messed that up the other day. Left it on the door, teleported on top of the door, and got immediately teleported back. Don't want to do that again. Alright. Warp. Chest. Warp. Jump. Dash. Brain fart. Open that menu and I forgot what I was even doing. It's like, wait, what am I supposed to get? Happy Friday. How are you? We've got something at the moment. Whether it becomes anything or not, it's still too early to say, but it's something at the moment. We are alive. Oh! Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho 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 ho! That was close. Well, hopefully car comes back in good shape. I told you, stupid! Oh my god. No, like I almost didn't take the chest with me because he didn't pick it up when I first ran over it. And I was able to bail that one out, but then that soldier knocked me out of my flute, which is a 10-second loss. Oh, how did I... Oh, whatever. That's not that bad. That's only like half a second. Whatever. Oh, that's bad. Wait, okay, let's not crash out. How about that? How about that? Well, needless to say, I won't be picking up any time on this split. If I do, I will be more surprised than anyone. Oh man, I can't believe that happened. Alright. Just gotta pick up the pieces. Let's go. That's nice. That bomb helps a lot, actually. Oh, come on. Hey, I didn't bonk. Good me. Okay, room, don't screw me today, please. That's a passing grade. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. It's done. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh. Oh. They're one heart short. Beams aren't helping anyway. Thank you, Spikes. Okay, we're 5. Oh, come on. I'm gonna die. Okay, now it's the question of how much time did I lose, because that took forever. That was a really slow fight. Yeah, like, it hurts. Man. Oh boy. This is way too much time to be losing here. 14 seconds, that's... oh boy, that's painful. Ran too far. We're still in it, though. There's just very, very, very little margin for error. Ah, I forgot to charge. That's some impressive slowdown. Oh, come on. What am I doing? Come on! Hitting me with that. Why do I charge? I always love how I barely missed that fireball. Had a run die in this dungeon yesterday. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. So I just risked it. That's a good dungeon right up until that. Mostly good dungeon right up until that. The start was kind of, yeah. How much time am I going to lose? At least there's time to be picked up in the Ice Palace, but man, that's a hard time to pick up. But there's a chance. Come on, hurry up, 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 hurry up. Oh god, this is bad. Oh, I lost another. Jesus. Oh boy, I'm. I guess I just don't appreciate how good that PB run was on a lot of these dungeons. Oh, come on! Oh, you fucking assholes. Bullshit. Oh well. Could have been worse. Has been worse. Oh god, I've done it now. Oh man, I've done it now. Up! Oh. Well, remember how I said I could pick up time in the ice dungeon? Forget that. Oh, Lord. And then, why didn't... Whatever. Man, I really crashed out there. Oh, God, that was terrible. Well, that is true. That is true. However, that's just bad. Like that's embarrassingly bad. No business dying there. There's literally no excuse for me dying there. But that's an example of what I was talking about before, where I'm swinging the sword not in the direction I want to swing the sword. Supposed to swing it to the right there, and it swung down. Twice. 3-4 times, actually. What's kind of funny about that too is that the fact that the enemy could hit me, but I couldn't hit it. Like I was clearly close enough to the enemy towards the right that it could hit me, but my sword apparently just doesn't register there. So, oh well. Alright, but that's going to be it for today. Was intending to finish that run, but blew it. That's like the 4th run I've blown this week. I had 2 gold splits on the Eastern Palace today, which is pretty impressive. Desert Palace today was a garbage fire. I don't know. I just had a bad time with Desert Palace today. Tower of Hera was okay. Can't really complain. Wasn't great, but wasn't bad. Aghanim's Tower, first time through was okay, but the RNG wasn't great. Second time through was bad, but the RNG was really good. And then Palace of Darkness, first time was terrific. Second time, terrible. And then Thieves Town, this section, well, wasn't really that bad outside the blind fight. Skull Woods was bad because I messed up with the flute, and then also because the moth fight took too long. Beyond that, it wasn't that bad though. And then Swamp Palace, boss fight didn't go well, and then Ice Palace was as you saw. So the Ice Palace is as displayed on the game screen. Sadly. But yeah, that's just going to be it for today. Probably be doing this again tomorrow. Probably. I don't know, I gotta think about it. I might want to do the whole day on another Crab's Treasure. That way I can try to finish it up on Sunday. If I don't do that, like I probably won't finish it this weekend. I kind of want to finish it up this weekend or early next week, because there's games coming out in the not too distant future. And I want to finish it before then. Yeah, like I was thinking about going back to it today, but I'm so close to finishing all the cats with Mugenics that I figured I might as well just wait. Oh, thanks to GG, dude. Again, thanks for the follow today. Hope, really, like, I know it doesn't mean much, but I really hope the Destiny 2 thing works out. Like, I feel really bad for you guys. I mean, it's not funny, but like, I just got, it's sad and silly what happened to that game. I hope something better gets worked out between now and June 9th. Okay, well, it is 7:52 my time. Excuse me. 7:52 my time right now. I'll be doing Mugenics from 8:30, so about 40 minutes from now. So I'm going to end the stream here one time, and then be back in about 40 minutes of Mugenics. I've cleared the game, and I'm trying to finish up getting 100% file completion. To do that, you have to clear all the bosses with every style of cat. And yesterday I finished the Infinite with everyone, so all I have to do is I have to make one run to the end today with Thief, the Tank, and what was the other one? Thief, Tank. What was the other one? Not Necromancer, not Druid, not... What's left? Thief, Tank... What am I forgetting? I don't know, one more class. I gotta take 3 classes. There, and so that's what I'm gonna be doing. And then once that's done, I'll have to do collarless runs, but that's going to be a little bit more laid back runs on that. I'll probably do that mixed in with some kind of like challenge run or just kind of testing some stuff out while I do the collarless ones. And then beyond that, I have to level up all of the NPCs, and that's just really super grindy stuff. But like I said, I'll probably be mixing in like challenge runs and stuff with that, like that while I do that. But that's where I am with Mejanics right now, and that's what we're going to do today. So I'll see you back in that around 8:30 if you're interested. If not, thanks for watching. Thanks for follows. Thanks for likes. Thanks in comments and chat. Sorry about the outcome. I had to say that a lot this week, but hopefully next time will be a little bit better. Might be tomorrow. It might be Monday. I'm not sure, but one of the two. So hope to see you then. Everybody have a good day or evening, and I'll be back in about 30 minutes with Mejanics.